if you do a video, hi. I was whispering, and then we go live. Stay on afterwards because I have an idea. But here we are live and in person.
Thanks, Liz.
Elias and I are whispering to each other. I think Elias and I we were brother-sister in a past life.
I can so see that.
We're kind of soul brother and sister in this lifetime.
I feel so comfortable with you, Liz. It's like, you're like mashprucha. I have to tell you.
And he speaks some Yiddish too. Mashprucha. Okay, everybody. So, hi. Happy, fun, freak out Friday. So why do we call it Freak Out Friday? Do you know why we call this Freak Out Friday, Elias Patras?
I don't. Please tell me.
Okay, so we call this Freak Out Friday in the Celebrate Your Life office because we have a beginning of the week meeting, right, on Mondays, and then on Friday mornings we have an end of the week, and those meetings. The first one is about how much are we going to get done this week, and the second one is about how much did we get done. So we have that meeting in the morning, which we should probably have it in the afternoon on Fridays. But if we didn't get the stuff done that we had set goals for the week to get done, then on Friday it's like, Freak Out Friday, that we have to get all the shit done that we didn't get done. We've got to get it done on Friday so we don't have to carry it over to the next week. Well, I'm not always successful at that. But it's kind of fun because it's like a little bit of a frenzy, like it's a little bit like.
I like it.
I like it. I know. Hello, everybody out there. So here we are, Liz Dawn, CEO and co-founder of Celebrate Your Life Events, and the fabulous Elias Patras. And he is also a best-selling author and speaker and teaches all about manifesting and is a psychic medium and has many, many talents that he embodies. So welcome, Elias.
Thanks, Liz, so much.
I'm going like this, but you can't see me because going like this. This is Elias right here. We can high five each other. Ready? Right here.
Oh, wait, wrong way.
Other way. Wait. As my hand goes like this.
Yeah.
Now you have to bring it closer to me. There we go. High five. Oh my goodness, we're such dorks. Okay, so who have we got here? Hi, Deborah. Hi, Bill. Hi. I think it's Chokit, Evangelista, and there's Sarah, and there's Dee Dee, and Roz. Hi, Roz, and Mikey, and Joy, or Joie. Is it Joy or is it Joie? Because that's in French. You would be Joie Hayes, and Thomas. So good to see you here. All right, so we're going to talk about something today that I know many of you, maybe not all of you, have thought about for yourself. And that is becoming or igniting your career as a spiritual, motivational, inspirational speaker. You can't hear you. Is it on your end? Can anybody else hear us? Sharon Simpson, maybe you need to turn your volume up. Sorry, I'm teasing. You know me. So can everybody else hear us?
I hope so.
We're going to do this. We're going to do a pantomime and freak everybody out that their volume is bad.
Sarah May from the UK says,
can hear us loud and clear. Hi, Sarah. Hi, Liz Milton. Oh, my nose is running. Where's it going? Pardon me, excuse me. I am on a roll today, right? Ba-dum-bum. All right, so I got tissue in my mouth. We're gonna get the conversation started. Oh, Thomas can hear us even when we're not speaking. Oh my goodness. Oh, one never knows what's going to happen with Liz John and Elias Patras. Is
Never.
it Patras or is it Patras? I say Patras.
It's mattress.
Patras.
With a
You've
P.
never corrected me, and I've always said Elias Patras.
Right.
Okay, so why do I have Elias here today? Do you want to share?
Well, can you guys hear me okay? Do I need these on? Is there an echo? Are we okay?
You're okay.
Okay, great. Excellent. I am here because I have to tell everybody the speaker program has literally changed my life. It has projected my career in ways that I can't even imagine. It has given me confidence to speak up, confidence to be me. I mean, I was always told when I was little, be this, do that, do this, do that.
Okay, but we haven't started talking about the speakers program yet.
Okay. I'm so excited.
All right, so we're here today because we're going to talk about becoming a spiritual speaker. We're going to give you some tips. And also the reason Elias is here is because Elias has taken, Sonny Dawn Johnston and I created a program called the Celebrate Your Life, or CYL, Speakers Training Program. And Elias was one of our students in the program in 2019, I believe. It was a year or so ago. It wasn't in 20 because we didn't do it in 20. And Elias was actually one of the recipients of the part of the bonus package that we offered in being a part of the program. So what Elias is, and Elias also got to speak at our Celebrate Your Life Sedona retreat, which was totally amazing. So that's what Elias was talking about. And okay, now it's your time to share.
Okay. But it gave me so much courage, Liz, and to be and everyone else. It gave me the opportunity to really embody the integrity and the authenticity of me, and really take this work and know that there is a purpose, there is a message, and to have a confidence to move forward in that. I got to be on TV in a local television station. I got to be on WGN radio in Chicago. It was podcasts. I had a couple of interviews on a newspaper because I had the tools that you and Sunny taught. And I had the courage to say, hi, my name's Elias Patras. This is what I do. What I can offer you is blah, 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 blah. And just before I'd be like, hi,
I'm Elias.
I'm Elias, and I do good work.
But I have to tell you, what's really been fun is watching you transform your career. I mean, you've really taken the bull by the horns, and you've really transformed your career. So what I'd love to know, for those of you watching right now, how many of you feel that you have an important message to share with the world? How many of you are looking to be a spiritual teacher and or motivational, inspirational teacher? So if you could go ahead in the comments, go ahead and put me, this is what I want to do. I definitely want to do this. I know I'm born to do this. Because my feeling is that if you have a message inside of you, if you have a desire, I absolutely believe all we need to do is give you the skills and the training to kind of allow you to move forward into that career. So Lisa, you do. Okay, Lisa Noland Shalasky. Oh, I love that last name, Shalasky. That's a good, I'm into names, by the way. I always tell people what their name, whether their name would be good as a writer or as a speaker. Remember I did that during the training. So how many of you are really interested in either you're already out there as a spiritual teacher, or you're looking to understand what does it take to become a spiritual or motivational speaker? Yes, please. Liz Milton. Yes. And Lisa. Anyone else out there feel that they are ready for that next step with their career? Either you're already doing it and you just need to learn better ways of putting yourself out there, or if you're looking to create a career from the ground up. So Emma is sharing Scamahorn. Oh, that's a good one too. Emmy Scamahorn. Oh, that's a really good name. That's a really good name. Make sure you buy Emmy.com if you can. That's a really good name. I don't want to be a motivational speaker, but I have at least one message about animals. Oh, animals. Beautiful. Absolutely. And whether it's a spiritual teacher or you want to share messages about animals or you want your voice to be heard in some way, that's still, you want that type of message to be heard out in the world. Mikey shares, even though photography here, my first love, my spirit center, nevertheless, I appreciate you both and you all. Ah, thank you, Mikey. And Lena, hi, Lena. And Giovanna, yep, you too. Okay. You too. All right, Lisa, we're actually starting the speaker program on March 30th, but you can sign up now because we're offering like a $76 discount. When you sign up now, you'll get a discount. And the program, once you go, so this is how the program is being taught. So the Celebrate Your Life Speakers program teaches you all about if you feel that you have a message to share with the world. It teaches you how to start that career from the ground up. And if you have a career, how to propel your career into something magnificent. So let me go ahead and give you, the link right now. So it's on our website at celebrateyourlife.com / it's really easy, speakers program. So Rachel, I'm so glad you signed up. Yay! So it's celebrateyourlife.com / speakers program. And hold on a second. Let me see if I can get a little bit of a banner up here that will show that. And I'm not sure that I can or not. I don't see it here, but it is Celebrate Your Life. It is celebrateyourlife.com / speakers program. Yes, Lisa, come jump into it because it's super inexpensive. And then you can start listening to the videos right away. And then Sunny and I go and teach live on March 30th. We begin our live sessions. So it's a combination of video classes and live sessions. Well, you know what, Bill? We actually teach on what your message would be. We can actually teach you how to solidify your message. Elias, I'm going to stop talking because you've done, I'm just sitting here like, la, 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 la. Okay. You've taken the program. You've had enormous success with it. So what I'd love for you to share is a little bit about what the program gave you in terms of how to solidify your message, overcoming fears, what it gave you in terms of overcoming any fears about stepping onto the stage and letting your message be heard in the world. So I'm going to shut up and let you talk.
The best thing about the program was that confidence piece. And you said it really well one of the days that we were, when we were live. And I remember it like, land the plane. You're like, Elias, land the plane. And but I'm like, how many planes do I have? I have a lot of things, but you were able to say, okay, what is the message? What is the purpose? What is this saying? And how is it relatable? How does it really let the person that's listening really connect in a different way? That, you get that heart and that mind thinking, and they just listen to your story. They listen to your story. They listen to the message, and it's relatable.
Yes.
It has to be relatable. And it was fresh. And I took all the years of doing facilitating retreats and workshops and being a massage instructor. And I took all that stuff and I just allowed myself to center. And what is the message here? My message was about manifesting, and it was about what you can do and sharing my story and how I got there. And with the program, I heard my own story in a whole completely different way.
Well, we solidified it. We really solidified your message.
Yes.
And that's what I loved, what we did throughout the program, is that you really got very, very clear. Because after the program, you started to work all the tools that we taught you. So we taught you how. So what happened? I mean, you got on TV. You got.
I,
I taught everybody how to get publicity, how to be your own best PR advocate.
and it was like the checklist that I went through, and I just picked up the phone and I called a TV producer and I said, "Hi, who would I talk to for a community event or whatever?" "Oh, you're talking to the person. Hi, you know what? Can I just share a story with you?" And it wasn't scripted. I was just being me. And she's like, "I'd love to have you on." And I had to remain calm. I'm like, "Great, awesome. Can we talk about this and this?" As soon as I hang on the phone, I'm like, "Yes, yes, 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 yes." And that alone, I was able to speak at a hospice group. I'm doing a program for cancer patients and their caregivers, and how to empower the empath. I mean, there's so many wonderful things. That one thing and Liz and everyone else, it was one after the other. It was and I'm saying this, I'm going to toot my horn. I was on fire. I was a big plate of Saganaki. I was.
Well, you still are. You still are on fire. Like, I'm watching you. Your career completely did a 180 after that class.
Huge.
I have to tell you, I've never seen. And you've worked really hard on it. And there were a couple of other people in the class that I'm going to have do conversations here too, and they've said the same thing. And it wasn't anything like, Sunny and I just taught everything that we know to do. And then you just went out and did it.
Exactly.
I mean, you just went out and did it.
And what to do and how to do it. It was like, why didn't I, on my lives, why wasn't I showing my book a little bit more? Why? I was always wanting to be behind the scenes, and I won't say anything because, it's not the right or proper thing. It's like, no, go out there. Go out there and believe in me and inspire others and create a ripple. Create something that gets people excited about and go, "Oh, wow, yes, you did it. I can do it. Yes, you can." It's saying yes. When you say yes to you, the universe says yes back. And it's just, this has been still, when people say what was the best thing in your life, and I have to say, honestly, truly, Liz, and everyone else, this is the moment that when I took that program, I'm like, and everything happened, I'm like, that is the best thing that I did. All because a friend of mine said, "Elias, I really think you should take this speaker program." And I said, "Well, do you think I'm ready?" And I said, "Okay." And I remember coming up to you and meeting you and shaking your hand. And I was listening and I'm like, "Well, she just said this half an hour ago. Hey, Liz, do you want to do a live with me? Real quick, let's go." It was, I mean, it gave me the courage. It gave me the courage. And not only the courage, everyone, but I had a strong foundation to stand on, to say that these are these amazing tools to be able to know what to say to TV producers, know what to say to a radio host, know how to ask questions when I'm doing a live, and have people. I never thought of having guest speakers on my live. I was like, "Oh God, I'm still doing," but you showed us how to increase the community and the people that I met, the amazing people that I met from that speakers program. We're talking all the time. There's like 6 of us that are like, "Hey, how about this? How about this? Hey, you want to come on my live? Yeah. Do you want to go on my podcast? Sure." And it just created each person in that dialogue and the support that everybody gave.
Yeah, that's really fun because we put everybody into like a private Facebook group and everybody got to communicate and talk and share what was going on with them. And, one of the things that we can only provide the tools, we can only provide all the information, and it's how you take it and experience it yourself. I mean, it's no secret. I have been creating, I'm a producer, I'm an event and conference producer, and I have been producing events with some of the most influential game changers of our time for 25 years. So that includes Ian Van Zandt, Deepak Chopra, the late and great Wayne Dyer, Greg Braden, Dr. Joe Dispenza, Marianne Williamson, Carolyn Mace, Neil Donald Walsh, Dr. Andrew Weil, Elizabeth Gilbert, Martha Beck. There are very few people and the list just keeps going on. And there are very few people I haven't worked with in these 25 years. And I have a very, very keen eye on what works and what doesn't work when it comes to a speaker getting on that stage. And I've seen speakers who are phenomenal writers completely bomb. They cannot hold an audience just because they're great writers, because they don't have the skills and they don't have the training that it takes to be a professional speaker and to grab an audience. They haven't followed a certain protocol that Sunny and I now teach during this program, during the CYL Speakers Program. And so what I have found is, number one, people don't understand how to pitch event producers or conference producers. They don't have the courage to do that. They get too much in fear. And we undo all of that during the CYL Speakers Program. We take you and we teach you exactly how to overcome your fears, exactly how to pitch a producer, what I'm looking for. It's coming directly from me because we're still doing events. We're doing virtual events. We're still going to be doing live events. We're planning for next year. So this has been, I feel like my entire career as a producer has led me to this point in serving the community and better understanding what it really takes to propel your career or to start your speaking career from the ground up, if that's where you're at. And also, if you've had a speaking career and you're needing to like take that next jump, how to take that next jump. And that's what I love about the program. I've never been so sure about a program ever in my life because I've seen the results of it. I've seen what's happened to you and the other students that were in the class.
And your honesty, Liz, I mean, you really, the way that you worked with us was amazing. You really said, okay, try this. Or even, I mean, something as simple as, how do you hold the microphone?
How do you hold the microphone? Exactly.
Right. And I've got the dogs behind me, so I'm not going to move the chair. But, standing. How do you
stand? Do you remember that? The body language.
I remember.
Stand. Yep.
Right, exactly. And, and I am really aware of using my lower tone, using my lower voice. I mean, I get excited and it goes up a couple pitches, but it's really, doing my guided meditations, using the lower voice, understanding what that's all about, and the inflection and how to speak, how to create excitement. I mean, I'm telling you, it's been, and celebrate your life. It has been a celebration for me constantly, every day, even when I'm feeling low. I have a really funny short story. So I was on stage.
Okay.
I was in Sedona.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I know exactly what story. This is so fabulous. Okay.
So Liz prepared me. I was so nervous. But Sunny always had a saying, and I kept it in my head: when in nervous, stay in service. So
when nervous, stay in service. By the way, that's tip number 1. If you feel frightened before going on the stage, when you're nervous, stay in service. Okay, go for it. Sorry.
And you introduced me, and it was great. I've never done a PowerPoint before. I had my laptop. I had everything good. I went through it in my mind. I was all set. And I said, I'm Greek and we can talk. And I said, so could you put a clock on the stage so I know I don't go over? So I did. I went through some of the PowerPoints. First, it didn't work. And I was like, oh God, the clicker's not working. It's okay. And each time I was like, it's all right. You've got this. Remember your message. Remember why you're here. And I got on stage. I did everything. And I'm looking at the clock and I'm looking at it and I'm like, holy crap. Did I talk that long? How could I have talked that long? I only have 20 minutes left. So I made sure I'm like, okay, and remember this, guys, and also this. And I said, oh, we're going to do a nice meditation. While they were closing their eyes, I looked at the clock again and it clicked in me. I'm like, that's not a countdown clock. That's the actual time. You have an hour left.
And you were winding them down to the end of this.
And I just,
Okay.
and then I saw you walk into the room and I was like, there's Liz. And,
Yeah, because I walk around
and I,
checking out what's going on in the different rooms. Bill, you were there. That's right. You were there. Lisa, you were there.
Well, thanks. Yes, and I met Lisa there.
Okay, so what happened? You had an hour left.
I had an hour left. And I had the microphone. I did the Superman stance, and I said, guys, I can be on here and I can talk more about manifesting. I want to know about you. Let's talk about you. So when you're stuck, I said, are you guys open with me just feeling the energy of the room? And I said, you right here in the third row, could you stand up? Do you mind standing up? Someone give her a microphone. And it was off the top of my head. And I said, so tell me something that you want to manifest and let's work through that. Anybody else? Do I have anybody else? Great. I came up with this dialogue and it was
because you had an hour left and you didn't realize. So here's what happened to Elias is that he was halfway through his program. He was thinking that the program was done because he got a little confused by the timing, not realizing that he had another full hour to go. But you vamped.
And it was exactly what needed. It was excellent. It was exactly what needed to happen. There was people that we were engaging, and it was what I used to do in massage school or when I used to teach my workshops and stuff. It was so awesome to have that interaction. And I think I even came off this. Yeah, I came down the stage and I was just in the group with everybody and just feeling the energy. And I knew that things were coming in, and I was like, I remember everything that you guys taught us, and I am living in this moment with it. This is the time right here, right now, while Liz Dawn is sitting in the back row. And
I had no idea. No idea you were going through all that. That is so funny. And so what happened? I mean, I was there, but what happened during that next hour? You just, yeah, I mean, I had no idea that this was going on for you, and you just very smoothly, and Lisa said the same thing, and Bill said the same thing. He said it was funny, and you had no, and the audience had no clue. Lisa saying the audience had no clue. Oh my gosh, Gail, you're taking the program. Yay. That's fantastic. So you had no clue, and you just picked up and you moved the energy through it.
And I just moved through it because of what you taught us, because of we had a message. How do we create that message? Yes, we can have our outline. We can have what we're supposed to do. And of course I did it quite quickly. We had it, but because of what you guys taught us and how I was able to just say, all right, how do we get deeper? How do we get deeper into this? If this was a day 2, what would I do if it was a day 2? If I was to have a 3-hour workshop, what would I say about it? Okay, think on your feet. You've got this. You know this. You've been teaching this for a long time. You believe in this.
Right.
And I want to see some aha movements. And I remember I was just floored and totally humbled by the applause afterwards. I was like, oh God, I hope that was good. And
you were great. I had people coming up to me. And telling me how fantastic your session was. Absolutely just loved your session. But what I love what you did was that you took everything that we taught you and you allowed yourself, you had an oh shit moment, because that's an oh shit moment when all of a sudden you realize you've got another hour, not another 10 minutes, not another 15 minutes, but you had a full hour to fill. And you knew your material so well. And that's, again, what we taught in the program, that you've got to know your material. So if you do have this moment that, boom, you moved right into it. You knew your story. You understood what your message is. You knew where you had to go with it, and you filled another complete hour. And I have to tell you, I don't always get people coming up after people's workshops, but people came up to me and told me how fantastic your workshop was and how much they learned in it. So, yay, Elias!
It was like learning to swim. You gave us the tools on how to do the swimming, and then I found myself by the deep end, and I'm like, oh God, now what do I do? And I'm like, well, just jump in. You already have it. You already know those tools. Jump in and swim.
Exactly.
Just keep swimming. So it was great. I mean, and not only in the speaker program and doing what I'm doing for the work that I love, that I just I'm passionate about. I couldn't think of doing anything else. Even everyone in everyday life, how I speak to somebody, how we take a moment to take a breath in, focus, and just be in the moment and be centered. I mean, I think we might have talked about this one time, but I gave an example of like somebody used to always ask me, "What's your favorite color?" Blue. It was that. And I remember you did something about the hand on the chest, and I remember it. And now when someone says, "What's your favorite color?" Blue. It's
like that pause. It's that pause that we talked about, taking a moment and pausing. So and I just posted the URL. If you're in the CYL Soul Fest or you're in a group watching this, the URL is celebrateyourlife.com. So it's our website, celebrateyourlife.com/speakers program. And speakers is plural. So that's celebrateyourlife.com/speakers program. And if you just go to our main website, you'll see it there on the main website at celebrateyourlife.com. So Sunny Dawn Johnston and I are starting this program on March 30th. When you register early, if you register, because the price is going to go up. Right now, it's $76 discount. If you register now, I think it's within the next few days, I think it increases. And so it's a good savings when you reserve your seat right now. You can look through the website and see everything that Sunny and I are going to be teaching. Elias has taken the class. I promise you guys, I did not pay him to come here and do this. He actually said to me, "You're going to be doing this. I want to support you," because this program, it was a game changer for you. It was absolute game changer for you. And that's what I loved. And that's what I'd love to see for many, many of the participants in the past programs, that this has been a game changer. Okay, so Bill just shared, "I'm sold." Yay, Bill, you're going to join us. I'm so excited. Even if I don't have my initial message at 100% yet or feel totally ready to re-emerge back into the world, there's no way I would miss this opportunity to prove my skill set or learn from you. Oh, Bill, I love you. Thank you so much. That's amazing. Yeah, well, this is great because even if you don't know what you're going to be speaking about, even if you know, I think Emmy was sharing, Emmy with that fabulous last name that I love, that you have to be a writer one day. You have to write a book because your name is like, it's a pen name. Isn't it, Scamahorn? Isn't that amazing? So Emmy, even though you don't know what your next step is, but you know you want to share a message about animals, even if you're going to be writing a book, and for those of you who have written a book, you know that the next step is definitely going to be jumping into a speaking career. And I don't know when Sunny and I are going to be doing this program again, so now is the opportunity. So when you sign up, you immediately get an email with a link to go in and start the program. But we're starting our live sessions on March 30th. So you can go through the program, watch the video lessons, but just know that we're going to go back again to watch them again right before we start the live sessions. So it's a combination of video sessions, and then it's a combination of live sessions. So check it out. We're going to go through all kinds of great stuff. It's going to be fun. We're going to talk about fears, how to overcoming your fear of being on stage. And Sunny tells the most amazing story about she was so scared to be a public speaker that every single time she would get on stage. She would be in the bathroom throwing up. So she talks about how she overcomes that. She talks all about like what got her through being able to overcome such anxiety that now she's an internationally renowned speaker and an author and comes to our conferences. She's been speaking at Celebrate Your Life events since 2007, and she's been to every single Celebrate Your Life. Did you know that?
I didn't know that part.
Yes. Okay, thank you. My message is that animals understand what we say. Oh, I love that. Oh, I love that. You know, I often wonder because when my cat was here in the physical, he's now in spirit in our backyard, actually. I often wondered if he understood what we would tell him, because he would respond in a way that he did understand. Like your dogs, don't they respond in a way that you understand? Yeah.
Yeah. And they're so sensitive, and you wonder what are they doing? What do they know? When I have clients and we're talking about animals that have deceased, you know, sometimes they come in and they just like they took their pain from us, so we wouldn't absorb it.
Yes.
They take that negative energy. They Such wonderful creatures. I mean, Willow is my tripod. She's missing her front leg, and she's very sensitive, and she knows when I'm in a funk, or Harry does too. But she'll feel the energy in the room. She'll either walk in the room or not walk in the room.
Wow.
It's amazing.
So interesting. So interesting. I think that's great. And Judith, you were never afraid of publics until you became older. Okay, we can talk all about that. You know, one of the things that Sunny and I do during this class is that at the end, so starting on March 30th, I'm going to do a session, then Sunny does a session, a live session, and then we do a session together and we take all kinds of questions. And we have a private Facebook group that we all go into, and we have a community there for support. So come and join us, Puck. Yes. Yes, they understand. Animals know words, can read your body language, and know your emotions. I can communicate with animals on Earth, and those, oh, Emmy. Okay, we need to talk. I love that. All right, everybody. So come and join us for the CYL Speakers Program if this is a passion of yours. If you're writing a book, you know you're going to be speaking. And if you have a message to share in the world, you're not quite sure what it is, we'll help you solidify it. So come and be with us. And again, the URL is celebrateyourlife.com/speakers program. And speakers is plural. Or just go to the celebrateyourlife.com website and you'll see it on the homepage. All right. Elias, any beautiful parting words from you?
I just encourage everybody to really, the program really boosts your confidence. And it has, as you said, Liz, it's changed my life. It really has. I am not the same person that I was 2 years ago.
Yay. Love it. All right, everybody. Mwah! Thank you so much for joining us, and we will see you soon, and we'll see you at the speakers program. All right. Bye, everyone. Oh, Laura's going to be there. I just saw Laura pop in. Laura, you're taking the program. I'm so excited.